All right, we are live. We got some of this stuff here that's kind of really close to the camera. Maybe I can move it out of the way. Move it up. This guy up a little bit. And I'll get this guy out of the way. Just put it on behind me here. Yep. There you go. Back you guys up. Excellent. Botrick says correctly joined the channel. Good, 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 good. I know I'm moving you guys around quite a bit. Sorry. There we go. Now we've got all of them in the same shot. Just making sure the charger's set up. So we don't die. So patient. So patient, these guys. Sometimes they're patient. Sometimes. Well, I'm right then. You trying to get past me or what? No, you're not begging me for that. No. What a turd. Yeah, you're a turd. Well, thank you. What, girly? coffee. I'm just making some coffee over here, off camera. You can't really see it. Oh, that gets under my skin so bad. It's pronounced espresso maker. It's spelled espresso maker. Why do people keep pronouncing it espresso? It's not even phonetically pronounced that way. Even if you wanted to phonetically pronounce it, it's pronounced espresso. It's just two S's. There's no X in that word at all. There's two S's. Espresso, not espresso. In my opinion, people seem very uneducated when I see them saying things like that. That's not to say that I didn't used to. I used to say that until I learned that it was spelled differently. That's not how it was spelled. Making some coffee. Hey. Doing some music listening today? Yeah. Well, it shows me all retracted messages. Unless I refresh. Which apparently it's not showing me a damn thing on the regular phone. Well, the morning started off really well. And then I kind of lost my cool. Maybe I can get the chats to pop up on this phone. There it is. Yeah, I still have to do it, but there's some pins that go into this tapestry here that got taken out yesterday, and they got stored inside the dog's travel food container. So I kind of lost my crap. I flipped out. It was like, I don't want my dog dying because she ate a push pin. Because it smelled like kibble. I like that tapestry. Reminds me though, I've got to put the push pins back in it so that it stops floating all over the place. But yeah, I got kind of mad this morning about it. Let me turn off this guy who's digging through dumpsters. While I was waiting for somebody to show up, I was watching a guy who does dumpster diving. I'm assuming he also sells the things that he does with the dumpster. Oh. What's up, bud?
So, I want a brownie.
You want a brownie?
Yeah.
What'd you have for breakfast? Like real food?
I didn't have any breakfast.
So you didn't have any breakfast and now you want sugar? No. Grab yourself some applesauce or something. Eat something healthy first. You're not going to spend your whole life eating sugar. You'll end up diabetic. Have some vitamins. Oh no, she didn't eat any of it. Really? You should know better than to try to be in this room unless I tell you where you can step.
I just want a hug.
Okay, so come over here and give me a hug.
I was just coming over.
I know, but you were going the long way around, and you're about to be on camera.
That's because I forgot. That's because I forgot my camera go.
Okay, well, it's a different angle. It's new.
I just forgot. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't eat it. She just it was the push pins got pulled out of the wall. You know, on the bottom corners there, I've got them it pinned down so it doesn't blow in the wind. But the push pins had been pulled out of the wall, and then they weren't put away with the rest of the push pins. They were put in the nearest container. And the nearest container happened to be the container that I put their food in when we travel. And if I know these dogs as well as I think I do, they will eat just about anything that smells like food. So I had all these conclusions pop into my head, and I just kind of lost my cool about it and immediately went to how dangerous and harmful that would be, and how there wouldn't be enough money for surgery, and it would be a death sentence for one of them to swallow a push pin. Just because financially we wouldn't be able to afford the surgery, and it would be better to put them out of their misery than continue let them suffering. But luckily, I caught it before any food got put into that container. And I left a very angry voicemail. Very angry voicemail. Ooh. Nice. So, does that also mean that they're not counting Zuma's watch time? Are they going that in depth with it? Probably you. Because she's regular standard mod. And you're one step below owner. I'm assuming they also don't count bot ricks. Yes. So they counted Zuma, they didn't count you. Well, Zuma's IP should be different. Yeah, Zuma's ID should be different. I watch on a completely different phone for hers. See, I've got this one. This is the one that doesn't do the camera. And this is the phone that I use day to day. And obviously the one that I use to stream off of is the one that we bought. So this should have its own IP address based on the Wi-Fi. And the streaming one should match that Wi-Fi IP address. So I guess maybe they don't count coming in from the same IP address, but that doesn't make any sense either, because what if you've got a company that uses a large amount of Wi-Fi to connect a bunch of people? That doesn't make any sense at all. Well, they would all be connected to Wi-Fi. So, but yeah, they would definitely have separate MAC addresses. I don't know. YouTube's being real stingy. Like, so I looked at midnight, And as of yesterday, around this same time, I needed 111 hours. And then I looked at midnight and I needed 156 hours. And then I looked again this morning when I woke up and I need 112 hours. So I don't frickin' know. Which is fine, but that doesn't mean that, I mean, there's 3 people living in this house. I have 3 or 4 devices of my own. Dana's got, she uses her one phone, but then the kiddo's got his device. But we've also got 3 TVs also. And all of that stuff's running on the Wi-Fi. Everything except for my phone, which sometimes runs on Wi-Fi and sometimes does not. I guess that explains why it changed. I guess the amount of people coming in and out, the views itself. I am experiencing the chat glitch though. This is messages way behind on the streaming phone. Way behind in messages. Like no Wi-Fi was the last one it read off. So dumb. But yeah, that kind of explains why when I switched it to my hotspot to stream and then connected Zuma to the internet at the park, it makes sense because the park does have Wi-Fi. YouTube needs to cut it out. Sick and tired of that cherry picking bullshit, YouTube. Stop cherry picking people to put the smackdown on them. Stop that. It's not cool. All right, Aaron, where are we going next? We gotta abandon all hope here. YouTube's playing games, and we know who's gonna win that battle. We gotta go somewhere else. Should we make some other app famous? Should we make some other app famous? What do you think? YouTube is a bully, and it's time to step down on them. It's time to squish those motherfuckers. I mean, it's time to revolt against the communist YouTube. Revolt against the communist YouTube. Down with the commie YouTube, and we'll promote something else. Somebody make a live streaming app that we can promote as a competitor for YouTube. Because we know the purple app is owned by them, right? I heard recently that Google is being brought to court on charges of monopolization because they've bought so many companies and own so much. They've pretty much created a monopoly. Basically, if you want to use the internet, you have to go through Google, right? Every Android device is using Google. I think it's you. I think they're seeing it as um, two of me, if I had to guess. They're assuming because it's I only have one other account as a manager, editor, collaborator, assistant manager, co-owner, whatever the title may be. If I had to guess, that's what they're throttling. Probably your views. I don't know. 10 more days and it will be my birthday, though. That much I do know. It came up fast. Came up fast. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, it came up. I think going forward, I want to do 2 live streams. I will figure out. I gotta consult with Dana about whether or not that's a feasible option. But I'm noticing that for the people on this side of the pond, 5 p.m., 4:30 to like 7 is a good time to go live. I got almost like super close to 4,000 views yesterday. I was only live for an hour and 22 minutes. Average view time was 17 seconds, but at its peak, I had 50 viewers with an average of 27. Or was it an average of 17? Either way, that's a good average. For 22, for an hour and 22 minutes to get, I think it was 15 hours of watch time. That's really good. I was impressed to see the numbers go back up, because after that chat engagement debacle, I was a little disappointed that it would take me as long as it did to earn the higher views. It's you, not me. So it's Zuma? I know why. I'll message you on Discord. I know why. If it's Zuma, I know why. I mean, I'm watching too. I've got it because there's no other way to make sure you see the chat. You can't chat back unless you have another device. So that's why I'm watching too. Yeah, I see that. Um, so that means they're going to be throttling my views too. My watch time is going to go weird. So it looks like I played Icarus, got too close to the sun, and now we've been burnt. I sent you a response in the Discord. If I had to guess, that's what happened. But that's kind of frustrating even still. That they're I mean, I still wasted screen time doing that. I still wasted time my own time and effort and the use of my screen. Okay. Yeah, I think I know why. So I told them. But I knew I wanted things to happen naturally. I just didn't know, giving a little leg up to myself would be so detrimental. Heaven forbid. I'm just one person. There's only 24 hours in a day. So, I mean, I really can't earn by myself more than 24 hours of watch time in a day, now can I? So, you guys see it. This is what YouTube likes to do when it doesn't want to pay a creator. We know YouTube doesn't want to pay anybody. They want you to stay in this limbo where you're continuing to try and try and try so that you keep bringing people to their channel. Oh, no worries. Let him run along there, do his thing. But that's the way it seems to be. It seems like YouTube wants people to be in limbo right about that time where they're popular enough to keep people engaged, but not popular enough to earn the watch time that they need to be monetized. Like, that's YouTube's bread and butter right there. That's where they make all of their money on the advertisements. I've seen shorts of mine have ads in them for no reason at all. So YouTube's screwing with people's stuff whether you like it or not. And it's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. YouTube needs to cut the shit. Cut it out. So we got Letty all by herself. Let me swing you guys around so you can see the doggos that are sunbathing. Oh, I did mute by mistake while I was moving the camera around. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you, Miss Space Knight. I'm over here talking to myself and didn't even know it. Well, good, because in a moment there I sounded silly. For a moment there, my brain had a brain fart and the numbers didn't make sense. And I was like, how does that not make sense? And then it suddenly clicked, so. No, it wasn't you. When I moved the phone, I must have hit the mute button and also the retouch button. But I didn't see the mute one pop up. I just saw the retouch say, oh, retouch is on, because it puts it in the middle of the screen. Whereas the mute button, it just, but it says mute, and then they put a line through the microphone button. I think they should make the mute off and the camera off. Like bigger buttons. They should make those bigger. Yeah, I don't know. This time seems to work for the regulars, but it doesn't seem to work for new viewers. Uh-oh. Dude already read my comment and put a heart next to it. I wonder if he even actually read the comment before he put a heart next to it. There's a creator out there called the Alaskan Avenger. And he did a short where he got a espresso machine in and he was making his first cup of espresso. But he called it espresso, which like grinds my gears on a weird level that I'm not quite sure I understand. So there's no X in the word. It's a double S. It makes the S sound. But yeah, I think the time that I want to try out is like 4-ish, 4:30 to like 6, and then do dinner after. 10 minutes left.
10 minutes left. The chat engagement competition has only 10 minutes left to earn experience points.
Oh goodness, even people in his chat are calling it espresso. Like he spelled it with an X. The entire country of Italy is offended with me? Oh, these people who are pronouncing it espresso instead of espresso. Cosmo was in yesterday. Screw Italy. The only ones that matter are the boots anyway. Right? Ask my parents. The Sicilians are the only ones that matter. Those are the true Italians. Everybody else is just pretending. But yeah, I spoke to Cosmo yesterday. She popped into the live stream. She's doing a bone marrow transplant surgery today. So the last couple days she's been doing doctor's visits and follow-ups. Not during this time. She was in the later live stream. It would have been somewhere between 10 and 11 your time. Yes. I brought that up as well. Because typically they don't let people go under the knife if they've got any kind of bacterial or viral infection that's not in remission. She said that she told them about it and they said it was fine, no big deal. I mean, I guess if it's a mucus and respiratory thing, so I don't know. Could be. I don't know. I'm not even sure what country she's in right now. That's usually how it is here. If you've even got the hint of a sniffle, they'll say come back in 72 hours. They'll postpone for 72 hours. And then if you come back and you show any signs at all to pre-op authorization, they'll just send you away again. I don't know. Maybe she didn't tell him. Maybe the whole thing's capped. I don't know. It's not really any of my business. You know? But her family's medical stuff is not really any of my business. But in the event that it is true, we wish them well and a speedy recovery. Yeah, so they probably do a pre-op test just to make sure there isn't any bacterial or viral. Yeah. Well, a high temperature is the first sign that something's going on in the body that shouldn't be. Well, then I know it's definitely capped because I thought that too. I've never heard of anybody having a bone marrow transplant. She said she'd be healed in a week. I asked her how she got picked for that. Typically, they go for a match, and typically they don't use children. And she said, "I'm not a child." And I said, "You're avoiding the question." I said, "How did you get picked for that?" Apparently, she's closest match for her brother. And like I said, if it is in fact true, I wish them well and a speedy recovery. You know, almost kidnapped one day, and death-defying leukemia the following week. Something like that. That seems, yeah. I don't know. She's got a pretty exciting life, jetting off to places all the time. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. So when you break a leg, they put you in a cast for somewhere between 6 and 9 months. Juma! I'm gonna kick your butt if you try to blow past me like that again. That's dangerous. Take me right off my feet doing that nonsense because you're worried about a noise the neighbor made. Go ahead, turd. Like no warning at all, just full speed. Tries to dive under my legs. The bane of my existence. Hi, Annie. All right, back up so I can move this camera. The bane of my existence. Dog.
It is now officially noon. The chat engagement competition has ended and lunch has begun.
Ooh, two-way tie. Coin flip. She does. She absolutely does know I'm talking about her. She's got that pouty face on right now. That means, well, Dad's a little upset with me at the moment. I think I'll just chill out here. Pretend I'm not doing anything wrong. Come on over here, turd. You can't be running around me like that, okay? You need to make sure that I'm safe, because if I'm not safe and I get hurt, then you're in danger. You're not the protector here. You're just the one with the teeth. Okay, turd? Do you want to go outside and see what's going on out there? No. How about kisses? Want to give me kisses? Annie's like, yes, Annie gets kisses. Stop that. Do you have to nose everything? That is my biggest pet peeve about you, Annie. You stick that little nose of yours where it doesn't belong too often. Turd. I'll try to include them in this. But Annie's not really doing what she should be. I love these dogs, but some days I'm like, what the literal? Go ahead. I just don't want you to blow past me to get there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then there was one. One is the loneliest now. Alright, come on, loudmouth. Out of the house. You're just reverberating off of everything. Go. Go. Yeah, you tell those neighbors you're being too loud. Do that by being super loud about it. Hanzo. Hanzo. Oh, now you're coming in? I moved the camera, now you're coming in? You go out there then. You're going out there, tell him. No, don't bump my camera, turd. Go ahead, tell him. Go on out there and tell him. Tell him, Zip. Tell him, say you're being too loud. Yell at him about it. Go ahead, top of your voice. Yell at him about it. Tell him, say you're burning too much fuel. Shut that thing off. Tell him. Yeah, tell him. Tell him. Tell them, Zoo. They don't know they're contributing to global warming. Tell them. Yeah, I don't think they heard you. You gotta be louder. Oh, yeah. Heaven forbid somebody walk on their property on the other side of the fence. We don't even know what got delivered next door. I just hope it wasn't circus mulch again. Freaking circus mulch. See, I'll move the camera and she's gonna move. We know it. Nope, sunbathing. Okay. What do you think, Zoo? Is it time for some peanut butter? Alright. Chill out. I'm being trampled over here, kinda. Almost maybe a little. Hold on, girly. We're gonna see if we can't get a decent angle of you here. Drop the camera down another foot. Swing it this way. Yeah. All right, back up just a little bit. She's like, what? You mean put my nose on the camera? You got it. Back up a little bit. No, don't fall. Just back up a little bit. Scooch back. Go on, back up. There you go. Oh, nom noms. That big old tongue of yours, girly. The messy one, yes. It's because her tongue is so big. She just slops it everywhere. But Letty's the bad influence. Letty's the one that digs out in the yard. And then the other dogs follow suit. I need to scooch this up here. We're getting way too close on that one. All right, come on in, Zoo. Go on. Who's next? Enter the limelight. Go around the other way. Why you gotta squeeze through the smallest hole? Go around the other way, Annie. Go around the other way. You dumbass. All right, come on, Letty. Go on. Down there. Take a step down. Annie's trying to squeeze between me and E.T. And there's literally like 2 inches between it. Instead of going around the other side, where there's like a good 1.5 feet for her to get through. She's like trying to catch something out of the corner of her mouth. She must have got a big glob. Here you go, Grilly. You really get to see their colors in this one too, because the sun. What are you doing over there? Why you stick your head off camera like that? And the rest of this? All done? Come on in. Come on, Ladybug. Come on, Ladybug. Inside. Come on. Okay, Annie, you're up. Enter the limelight. Come on, Annie. Go around the other way, dummy. This way. Come on. Come on, Annie. You're so eager before. Go. You're ready to steal it from the other dogs. Now you can't even get on camera enough. Holy moly. You know what? You need to slow down. You got peanut butter on me because of that. Get that off of my leg, please. Annie. Your vicious nature got peanut butter on my pants. Yes, get that peanut butter off of there. Thank you. You're slobbering peanut butter everywhere, girly. Not cool. The one with only child syndrome. Yeah. Super bossy. Stop that. You can't eat the spoon. All you gotta do is keep your head right where you're at, and I'll help you with the spoon. Stop it. There's nothing on the other side. Look, nothing on this side. She keeps trying to flip the spoon over and get on the other side of it. You want this last one? All right, here goes. You finish that. There's only a little crumble left anyway. Get what's on the stem too. There you go. Thanks, girly. All gone, Annie. Yeah, we did. Indeed, we did. Here's what the fence looked like before. And obviously the one behind it is a 6-foot fence. So they're 4-foot fence. And then here is what we had to install. We're on our way getting around it. Are you done sunbathing? You coming inside now? Okay. It is starting to get hot out there. Huh. Scoot you forward. Ooh, sorry, Zoo. Didn't mean to spook ya. Where's the bugger? Ah, ladybugs. Laying over there. I found her. Yep. Yep, she jumped the 4-foot section. We've got another 2 8-foot sections to put up. I've just been slacking on doing it. And then we've got a, 4 feet by 8 feet, two sheets of lattice. So the lattice is going to go over the 4-foot fence. Zoo. Right? Zuma's never needed to escape to explore. She's just allowed out whenever I go out. So it doesn't look like she's jumped the 24, or the 6-foot, the extra 24 that we added to it, but you can definitely see where she's jumped it at the 4-foot section, because the chicken wire is very telling, very telling. It's time for me to make some more coffee. I need to contemplate what I want to do about YouTube being a tyrant. Comparable to the World War II guy, right? Only they make you agree to the terms and conditions. They don't tell you that they're going to screw with your numbers. They just say they can alter it at any time for any reason, with or without notice. I guess we still need to flip a coin though, right? Get our song going. I have the Space Jam coin is out in the car, so I've got one from P.A.W. that we can use. snapped. Oh, look where that snapped. Okay. So we got good and we got evil. Letty, what are you doing behind the camera? Get over there. I shut the door and she hides behind the camera. No surprise there. Can't you guys like hang out on camera instead of forcing me to move it around all the time? Holy criminy. Oh boy. You might. You might. Although I can't blame you. Definitely not. I've heard that the best way to get attention is not to scream help. It's to scream either fire or something like, "Are you bleeding?" That tends to get a lot of attention. So anyway, here's our, we got a coin here. Wait, did we rescue? Everybody okay? Hmm. It is like that sometimes, yeah. It's called the bystander effect. Everybody thinks somebody else will do something, so nobody does anything. That's why you don't wait for other people to do things, you make shit happen yourself. You are the master of your own destiny. The Daniel Petty effect? Is that where the bystander effect was doing the thing? Is he the scientist who kind of coined it? At least we got two of them in the shot here. But so anyway, for the chat engagement song competition, I'm sorry, awfully loud here. We got evil on one side, and we've got good on the other side. So blue is the good side, evil is the red side. This came from Fable, the video game. Wow. There is no heads. There's only good and evil. They look the same. One of them's got the crown, or the halo and wings, and the other one's got devil horns and tails and wings. But they're like exactly the same, only one's blue and one's red. Evil. All right. Apparently evil is heads in Space Nuts mind. Here we go. Watch your ear holes, because this might be loud once it hits the table. That wasn't a good flip. We're going to try again. Why don't I just put the mute button on so we're not blowing out eardrums as I get a good flip here. That was about as good as flip as any. I could not get the thing to rotate in the air without throwing it across the room. It's a pretty heavy coin, but as we can see there, red side up. I literally had to throw the coin in order to get it to spin. That aged poorly. Oh no. Oh, yeah, I just did a little sideways spin thing and then it just landed that way. But it flew off the table before it did all that. I think he needs to put like 1.25 messages in for every one that you put in order to get the same amount of experience because he's considered whole owner. The hip hop police. Wait, what am I missing? Did I miss something? Oh, tails never fails and good always wins, so evil is heads. Oh, that's the song. Well, there is a coupon out there. There's still time to redeem. Transferable, deniable, but not delayable. Give me some coffee. I've already brewed. Oh, good. I didn't run out of water this time.
Phone connected.
Picked up on my dad sounds. Is there a song out there called Tyrant YouTube? The tyrant that turned me communist, aka YouTube. I'd say we could write a book, but who reads books anymore? You would. Is this the one by Charmillionaire? Featuring Slick Rick? It has to be. Yeah, but if we want to reach the masses, we have to use multiple forms I feel like every time I get on my live stream at this hour, I end up bashing YouTube because they're tyrants. Where are we? Oh, I know why. Okay. Our volume was down all the way. Right. That was interesting. Could be. Different IPs, maybe? I don't know. Not exactly sure. I guess it would count as 2 viewers, but not. All right. I'll close right out. All right, it's closed out. And I'll close out on my main phone too. There's proof we're not watching. Oh yeah, the app's closed out. I cleared it out of background. I can even go so far as to optimize the phone so that it removes any background cache. Anytime I try to do anything on the phone that's going to require me to be on it for a significant amount of time or amount of things I have to do on it, I will optimize the phone in order to maximize the amount of RAM I'm able to use. Ooh, tea? It is tea time. It is high noon, ladies and gentlemen. It is definitely tea time. Tea time at high noon. Jumped up by 1. That's weird. It's always tea time in here. It's always coffee time in this house. Like, I'll put on a cup of coffee at like 11 o'clock at night, planning to go to bed 11:30. Depending on how much physical activity I had through the day. I didn't get back on yet. So let's try getting back on the way that I had it running before. Right. Zoom is now watching. I'll bring it back up on my other phone. So that I can actually see the comments in front of my face. My face. Oh. If you couldn't tell, that was that was the Bluetooth catching up to me being right there. That was probably longer than a minute. I wanted to give the analytics some time to graph me. When I see the views went up by 2. We were at 3 and it went to 5. This one's using the network, not the Wi-Fi. The other one's using the Wi-Fi. And when we're streaming from the Wi-Fi. If you're just passing through, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the analytics. The numbers have been doing funky things recently. Especially during this time of day. It's weird. Like, it didn't seem to affect after 5 p.m. Those seemed normal. And then it seemed a little bit light for the overnight, but it was still 1K. It seems a little bit light for... Yeah, of course they would. As soon as they figure out that you got it narrowed down to what you need to do, they'll change it to make it more difficult. But I like that life hack. Oh, it dropped by 1. I like that life hack. The idea that you put your movies or your videos and whatever at 2 times speed or 4 times speed, and then force people to watch it at 0.25 speed in order to see it clearly. Ah, okay. But I really like that idea. I think I'm going to start using that. Because then, if you're in a hurry, you can watch a lot of content really fast. Yep, it went up by 1. Yeah, I like those silent ones. Especially, you see that? It came out of my mouth fast. Especially the one I'm screen sharing for like 12 hours. Because that one, it's got a clip of Wolf, it's got a clip of Grace, and then it's got a bunch of different clips of Zuma and the pups. Hey, do you have any idea what this number is? What this there's like a light over here. You see this like red dot way up here next to my name? What's that red dot? Sometimes it goes gray, sometimes it stays red. It's the dot that's right underneath the @ symbol in my name, next to the current people viewing. Ah. So if I back it up, then it'll show me gray. Okay. That makes more sense now. It blinks though sometimes. I thought it was telling me when people were actively watching, and it was like an indicator to say, hey, somebody's face is directly looking at their screen. You know, like facial recognition, where they could see that somebody's face was actually looking at their screen, the way the phone does when it says it won't shut off as long as it sees your face. Yeah, maybe it's because when I leave to go to a different app or something, it pauses it. I don't know. Usually it's red, but every once in a while I see it's like not red, and I'm like, what the? And then it will turn red and then turn off and turn red and turn off. I thought it just was telling me that there's people coming in. But it would make more sense that it shows me the live, because I don't see that dot on the streaming phone. You learn something new every day. Thank you for teaching. Yes. Thank you for teaching. We also learned how to pronounce especially and espresso properly today. Is that asterisk garbage? Bullish? Bollocks? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That must be bullocks. Or, yeah. BS is an 8-letter word. It could be, well, starts with an A, ends with a hole. That's a 7-letter word. I don't blame you there. But since you brought it up, how come? What has the school district done this time? I say it like that because I am not a fan of the school district myself. And I can't wait till they send him home saying there's some kind of problem with his behavior. Because I'm going to ask him, is he threatening people? Is he hitting anybody? If both of those questions are answered with no's, I'm going to ask him what the hell I'm doing there. I may not have the structure, but that kid learned so much just by being around me, because I won't let him explore something without explaining it to the fullest extent of my ability. Unlike me growing up, this kid is going to have an expansive knowledge of the world around him as he grows up. I think we've talked about how the schools are doing this one thing too, where they do a gender studies survey that's not optional. So they make all the kids tell the teachers on a piece of paper what they identify as, what they prefer to be called, their preferred pronoun and things like that. I am entirely against that survey. I don't think it's appropriate to be asking kids things like that. Well, that's upsetting. It's tough for kids these days to get a decent formal education. The education system is broken and outdated. And every single time that they try to update the school system, they try to implement some woke bullshit that has all these kids that are already confused about their own existence in life to be even more confused. And that's probably not something that is within the scope of paying for through CMM. No, they don't expect you to give him an amazing education. They expect him to have the education by the time it's relevant to the world around them. They just expect him to know the content of the education they're expecting you to teach him. So it almost seems like they're calling your bluff. Like, oh, you think you can do better? Show us what you got. And that's not how you should be treating the future. Mm-hmm. Yep. They'll force him back into a school by court order, and that school will have all kinds of discrimination that people deny is going on. If it's not one of those school districts with a decent budget, then the education will be lacking thereof. You know, without a proper budget, the educators tend to be less than average. The equipment tends to be less than average. The time available in order to prioritize people with learning disabilities becomes less than average. And if there's not a large enough demographic of that individual, it's kind of like a recall on items, right? If it's not a health and safety risk and it costs more money to take it off the shelf, they'll just leave it on the shelf. Fair enough. Yeah, one thing I learned when having to interact with a lawyer was that don't discuss your case outside of your lawyer. Because anything you tell somebody is no longer hearsay. Because it came right from the elephant's mouth. But that's still upsetting. Wow. That's invasive. That's really invasive. So before these individuals are even old enough to make decisions for themselves, they're already going to be logged. That's crazy. Kids don't get fingerprinted around here. Not unless they're in juvenile. They're not allowed to have cash on hand either. What's that supposed to do? Eliminate gambling? Like, don't they know how credit works? don't they know how credit works? Like, if I wanted to gamble with nothing in my pocket, I would just say, hey, buddy, put me down for X amount of dollars. Like, I would just use credit to gamble, and then I would owe that person money when I wasn't on the property. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we can't bring cash to school, so I'll just keep a logbook of how much you owe me. And then when I see you at the bus stop in the morning, you give me that cash. Like, Hmm. And I guess it would eliminate bullies trying to steal your lunch money. But what's stopping bullies from taking credit from you? Some idea to get water. Oh, goodness. Just take a vial of my blood and half my kidney while you're at it and call it a day. Holy moly. There is a loophole in this country. So they track your monies too. Yep. I had a thought and I lost it. I had a thought. Oh, there's like a loophole to being issued a social security number in this country. And in order to file taxes, you have to have a social security number. In order to be responsible for taxes, you have to have a social security number. But if you don't register your child to have a social security number, they can grow up outside of that. I don't know if the loophole has been closed or not, but I was told at one point, probably about 10 years ago at this point, that if you never had a social security card issued to your kid, that they would take sovereign citizen status, something like that. The problem with opting out, as I'm gonna quote Space Nut there. Okay. In this country, if you opt out, then you aren't eligible for financial aid. You aren't eligible for scholarships. You aren't eligible for grants. There's a special procedure in order to get your driver's license. There are other ways to avoid paying taxes, like the buried relative on my property. Your property becomes sacred land or something like that. Yeah, but don't be getting in trouble over there. I don't know how I'd bail you out. Do they even offer bail? It's so frustrating. Wouldn't it be a more appropriate I got a reconnect thing there. Wouldn't it be a more appropriate punishment to like cut somebody's internet access off? Wouldn't that be more appropriate than putting people in jail for 3 years? I mean, the punishment doesn't seem to fit the crime. Yeah, that's how they track you. Just saying though, my point is that the punishment doesn't seem to fit the crime. You know, you acted up on the internet, so we're gonna take you away from society. That's a great way to teach somebody how to act around society. Like, oh, you want to learn how to ride a bicycle? Well, here's a car. Drive around in this for the next 3 years, and you should know how to learn how to ride a bicycle. What the fuck? Yeah. Probably so they could know what they're doing on their DL. But like I said, the analogy I'm going to make for that is if you were trying to learn how to ride a bicycle and somebody says, I'll teach you how to ride a bicycle. Here's a car. Drive this around for the next 3 years. You'll learn how to ride a bike. Hey.
Lunch hour is officially over. If you're here on lunch break, it's time to go back to work.
Oh, somewhere in the mixed here, we had 1.5 minutes. We weren't live, and the views all dipped off.
Yeah. And the couch is whipped too. Then there's cut in now.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the subject matter. And that there's a connection between the UK and YouTube. If I had to guess, Google's got their hand in damn near everything. So maybe I should use a different platform. Well then. Well, I've still got this phone running. And I still got Zuma running. Fair enough. Are they also in voice chats? Yeah, are they also in the voice chats? Like they log in and listen to phone calls and stuff too? Or do they just know the information from the call log? Oh, as you said, just curious about the in-depth of how much they... And it's hard to get that kind of information from anybody who isn't on the inside. Yes. So we got Annie over here. Little fence jumper. Look at her side eye like she's not guilty as sin. Are you guilty, Annie? We got Zuma, the messy eater. And Ladybug, the polite eater.
News.
She did indeed roll her eyes. Let's see who wants this hedgehog. Oh, I got it now. It's my hedgehog. You guys can't have it. Yeah. Who wants it? You want it? You want it? I can't hear you. Oh, okay. Ready, set, yeah. Oh, whoa! She's the quick one right there. Good, getting it, Annie. Oh, you better get it. You better get it. Suma. She wasn't even going for the hog.
Breaking news.
Why? What? She's leaning up against me now like that. Get that hog from her. She won't let me near it. Get it, Zoo. Yeah. Oh, num num. What about that other one? You gonna get it? You gonna get it? Nope, I done stuck my face in the camera. Oh, really?
Breaking news.
All right, we've got our 2-hour mark. I think I'm gonna call it here, and then we'll go back live again, maybe later in the afternoon. What do you think, Zoe? All right. Got them right on behind me here. Swing you around. So at least get some faces in here while we say goodbye. Some doggo faces here. Oh no, more peanut butter. Alright, I guess we'll have to do a peanut butter before we leave.
You hit me.
I didn't mean to hit you. You got too close to me when I went to turn around.
I just wanted to see.
Well, you want to see the peanut butter?
No, I wanted to see the dogs.
Oh, these? Through the live stream?
The dogs.
Okay, they're outside right now on the other side of the camera. Yeah? Yeah. And we'll have to get closer here with the phone.
I don't want the ramen.
We don't have any ramen, buddy.
Dad bought some.
Dana bought some? Okay, then I'll make you ramen in a sec here. We're gonna get some peanut butter and then I'm gonna end the live stream. Okay. Ladybug, you're up first. I'm gonna need to create a whole nother channel for my political views. No, Annie, get out of here. Go. Trying to steal the peanut butter. She came up out of nowhere too, quick. Oh, that was a big clump, huh? Chicken flavored ramen too. Oh, she got a big clump out of that one. What do you think, girlie? Of course, this is why while she's eating, Zuma's over there patiently waiting for her turn. Right, the boogs? And you want to finish that one? Oh, num nums. Yeah. Jim was like, I'm ready for my turn. Okay. Here you go, Zooey. You messy eater, you. Why they always turn away from it when they lick their lips? That's the cutest part, Zuma. Really? Little turd. She got some on her nose. You done with the peanut butter, girly? You got a little bit left on there still. Here you go. Oh no, Annie's getting her turn. There won't be any to save for later. All right, Annie, you're up. Get into this limelight. Come on. Get down there. Go on. Get. Go on. I'll get you your scoop. You go, Anniekins. Oh, num nums, yeah. You gotta get around the other side of that spoon. Oh, you done smeared peanut butter all over your nose now. Whoa, falling off the edge there, huh? Yeah? Okay. You wanna get what's on the stem there? You can get what's on the stem there? That little bit left on the stem? There you go. Good girl, all gone. And we'll call it there. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate you, and we'll probably be live later during a more popular time of day. Otherwise, I'll never get my hours. If YouTube keeps up the nonsense. Later.